everybody! We're coming at you with something a little bit different today. Today we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial. So it's the first time I've ever made one of these, so bear with me. But we're going to go ahead and have some fun. So to start, you want to make sure your face is clean. I worked out this morning, so I took a shower, went ahead and did my skincare, but right now just a bare face, ready to get rolling. I always make sure I brush my teeth before I start too, just so that once your makeup's on, you don't mess anything up by going in to brush them, like smudging anything here, getting toothpaste down your face. So I always do that to start too. Just a few other notes. I like a headband or something just to keep my hair back, mainly for filming things like this. Otherwise, generally I'm straightening my hair at the same time as I do my makeup, so I have some kind of pulled up to the top to do layers, but right now I have a headband on. This headband is from Zara. I'll try and find a link for you. I did buy it around the holiday season, but it's really fun. And then I am wearing my Shop Sister Bloom loungewear. My girlfriend Brie Conley creates the most beautiful things, and they're gonna be coming out with a new launch soon, so stay tuned. I'll link her boutique as well, just so you can check out all the fun, pretty things that they produce. And then they should be having a Shop Sister Bloom launch in about a week or so. So I'm really excited. Best loungewear, especially for working from home. So little plug there for what I'm wearing. So to start, I love the Tula Skincare Rose Glowing Get It Cooling and Brightening Eye Balm. So I love this to start just because it's sort of skincare and makeup in one. So that you can just smudge right in there under the eyes. And this is also a really cool product because you can throw it in your makeup bag, you can take it in your purse when you're out and about doing things. For me, this is such a workhorse because it really just brightens up that under eye area, you can see, but it doesn't give too much cakey makeup look. So I love it for under makeup or over makeup if I'm running around. So that's a really fun product. Next, we have these Rhodial Bronze Glow Drops. You can see here, it's one of my favorite makeup lines out of the UK. So I just shake that baby up and just kind of drop it on. This does give you a bronze glow look. It also gives you a little bit of a dewy finish and just probably applies a little bit of a filter to your skin. So I just apply that on and just use my hand to rub it in just to get everything in and settled here. And you don't have to be too perfect with it because it's a bottom layer. Perfect. So you can see my skin definitely looks bronzer, and it almost has that dewy sheen finish without being shimmery, which is why I really like this product. Also provides a barrier to your skin, to your makeup. I'm also going to be purchasing the Barbara Sturm Glow Drops that Lorna Lux recommended during the Sephora sale, so I'll link those as well. Haven't tried them, but she highly, highly recommends them, so I'm excited to try those too. Next, I do my eyes. That's probably wrong, so I'm sorry all my actual professional makeup artist friends, but I like to do my eyes next because then I can go in and touch it up, and I really like to create like a really strong border using my concealer and foundation, so I do my eye makeup next. What I'm going to be using today is the Huda new nude palette. I absolutely love it. It has really, really beautiful pinks. You can create so many different looks. So this is my favorite palette. You can see all those colors are so beautiful. Good mix of shimmers, straight colors, lights, darks. It's a really, really fun palette. You can create so many looks. My other favorite eyeshadow, I'm not using this one today, but I do love the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize Bigger, Brighter Eyes filter. It's really easy because it's just a quad. So it's easy to put in a bag, to pack to travel, fun, quick, easy, throw on and go. Pretty dummy proof because they show you pretty much what to do with the different shades too. So it's a really easy one if you're new to eyeshadow and want to play an experiment that makes so many different colors, but I love the Exaggerize. Now, a quick note on brushes. I have about 3 different brush sets that I use. One's a Morphe full brush set that I bought literally forever ago. So I'll try and find a link for that. So if I ever don't tell you what the brush is called, like this guy, it's just from the big Morphe set. Also, my brushes are a little bit dirty right now. I cleaned them probably about 2 weeks ago, but I've been wearing makeup a lot to film, so pardon my dirty brushes. I also love the Sephora charcoal infused brush set, so I am using those as well. I'll find a link, and these ones have names, so I'll tell you which brush I'm using of the set. And I also do have a few loose brushes from Morphe as well, and those all have names and numbers on them, so I'll let you know whenever I'm using those too, just so that it makes it easy to know what tools to use. So we're gonna start with this eye look, and I'm gonna do the same look I've been doing the past couple of days, just because I can do it pretty easily. I really like it. It photographs and films really beautifully. So first I start with the shade Concealed and use that to prime my whole lid. So you load up your Morphe brush that's just kind of really fat, doesn't have a name on it because it's from a big brush set, but any big fat eye brush will work, and I just kind of load up this product. You want to make sure you get it really everywhere, and this just provides a base so it doesn't have to be too perfect. But I think it just helps the eye stick and prevent creasing. So there you go. And other side, same thing. There we go. And I like to concentrate it too right under this brow line, because I like to leave that without shadow and just with this lighter concealed color, just to create a little bit of definition in the eyes. Perfect. So that's on. You can see we're concealed, we're primed, we're ready to go. Next, I use the same brush just because it's a really great shape, and I apply the color Secret. And then I apply that one from lid all the way up to about 1/2 centimeter or so underneath the brow line. So you'll see, just kind of go in with this in here, just everywhere. You'll see it gets a little bit lighter up towards the top, which is what I like, kind of create a little bit of a fade look up. Okay. You can see Secret takes no time at all, just to do a quick apply here. And generally, if I'm just doing my makeup myself at home, not filming or talking about the products, I can do my full face in about 20 or so minutes. So it isn't anything, this routine's nothing too long and extensive. So it's a really easy look for my everyday. Well, every day that I film. So you see we got that on there. Just kind of make sure it's even. And whenever it's not, just kind of go in and buff some of it. And I like to set this brush to the side because I like to use it again to blend. Next, I like to go in with the color Raw. See, it's a darker, almost like a burgundy-ish color. And I like to do that in my outer corner and then through my crease. I also use it as eyeliner, so I use it to line my eyes. So first we'll start by doing outer corner. Yep, you can see that goes on really beautifully. And I do this with a dry brush. I think you can still get a lot of really great pigment with a dry brush. Outer corner, and then blend it into the crease. And again, it doesn't have to be too perfect. You can go back through with your brush with Secret to kind of blend out some more. All right, and let's go to the other side. Same thing, going with Raw, outer corner, and in through the crease. And then for me, this is sort of one of the hardest parts, just to make sure both eyes look even and equal. So go in here, do some of that. There we go, just right in that crease. And fluff that out. There too, right in that crease. Good, and you don't have to worry too much about the ends, so I always clean that up whenever I go in and do my face look. So I kind of just leave those, if they look a little crazy, they look a little crazy. So there you go, you got on your outer corner and your crease. I generally go back through with a little bit of Secret and just blend that top part. There we go. Just so that they look even, just so it looks fluffy, just so it looks cohesive. You don't need to blend it too much, just a little bit. There we go. So you can see that looks more even, more cohesive. I need just a hair more on this side. You can see the shades are really buildable, really beautiful, really easy to work with. All right. And sometimes it helps you if you kind of push the product in and flick up. So we got that on. Perfect. Next, I like to do my inner quarters with the color Crave. Right there, you can see it's really sparkly, really sheeny, really produces a really beautiful inner eye look. And then for that one, I'm using the Sephora charcoal infused shadow brush. With this though, I always like to wet the brush to do this. It just helps that pigment stick, especially those sparkles. So I use the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. This is one of my favorite products just to keep on hand. It's really great for refreshing your skin, refreshing your face, everything like that. Just give a little bit of a spray. Perfect. And it smells really fantastic. So one of my favorite products. And then we just go in with some Crave there. Just get your brush and just load up the brush with product and close. I do just right there in that inner corner. And I go around through that waterline, through that teardrop area. Yep. And you can again be a little bit messy, so we'll be going through and cleaning that up. There you go. And look at how that shines. And again, same thing. Go ahead and give it another spray. Get that brush nice and wet. Go with that same shade, that Crave. And we'll do that inner corner. This to me, again, is one of the harder parts, just making sure the eyes are even. So I generally do this, and then I look at it and make sure it looks even. There we go. And then this one, I think I want a little outer with, so we'll even out with that side. This one, I think I want a hair higher with, so we'll even out that too. There we go. And I am gonna just fix this side just a hair with this brush that has Secret on it, just to kind of blend out some of that sheen, just because it got a little high compared to the other side. There we go. So you can see we got most of our eye look on here. Just even this out a little bit here. There we go. So we got most of that eye look on, and we are almost there. I like to then go back with that raw again as a liner. I normally do upper and lower, but what I'm gonna be doing today is going in with some fake lashes. So I'll be doing liner with that. So I really don't need to double line. And then I'm using the charcoal infused angled liner brush from Sephora. And again, spraying that with that Caudalie Beauty Elixir, because you want this brush wet to make this stick and give you lots of pigment. So then what I do is I just close, open, okay, get right in there. Now I do my lower lash line there, just as close as you can get it. And I like to do a little bit of a wing. And I think the easiest way to do it is just kind of follow that lash line up. And then I like to go through and just make sure that this all kind of meets. So then I just go up there with some more of that raw and just blend. Because I like to blend it into my outer corner so it doesn't look like it's just kind of sitting there. So again, go in with some of that on the other side. Normally I do the upper line as well, but since we're gonna do falsies today, there's really no need to do that. And we'll go in here again. Just get that pigment as close to the lash line. Okay. If you look, we got both of them on, and then we need to just go out here and do my wing. Again, I generally just keep the brush at an angle and try and follow some of that natural dip here and just extend that out. There we go, we got two baby wings, baby wing, baby wing. I'm just gonna go back in with just a little bit of raw, same angled brush, just to connect all of that together, kind of pull it up some to meet where the crease shadow is. Going with a little bit of raw, again, pulling it up some to meet some of that crease shadow. There we go. So you can see we got our outer corner highlighted, we got our wing, we got our inner corner highlighted. And there we go. I'm just gonna check it in a closer up mirror without all the light, just to make sure it looks even to me. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. My right eye looks a little heavier, so I'm just gonna blend that out just a little bit. And then I'm also gonna pull just a little bit more of my crave up in here. I think the other side's got a little higher. So just, you know, keep at it, even them out, but don't try and go over too much, because otherwise you're gonna end up with just eyes caked, which is not what you want. All right, so I'm happy with that. So we will not touch that anymore for this time being, but just keep the palette and the brushes and everything nearby, so we will come back and probably do some touch-ups later. Next, I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I really love the Laura Mercier eyelash curler. I received it in an influencer box and I think it works really well. So we'll just go in, get as close to the base as you can, just squeeze and curl. And as close to the base as you can, squeeze and curl. So that's done, that's an easy step. If I would have put actual black eyeliner on, I've really been loving the MAC Dare Black Dual Ended All Day Waterproof Liner. It's really cool because one side is like a liquid pen and the other side is more of a cool smudging pen. So it's a really cool product to use because you can get both looks. Really easy one to throw in the makeup bag. Really love that product. Stays really well too. So let's see. Next, we will be going in with our foundation. I use Dior Glow Skin Forever. I absolutely love this product. I was turned on to it by In the Fro. She has really great recommendations and I absolutely love this foundation. I've had the same bottle for almost a year now just because it lasts a really long time. I use shade 2N and it's really cool because it's a 24-hour wear foundation and it also has SPF 35 in it. So you get your sunscreen in there too, and it's a really, really beautiful product. So what I do is I like to do just 2 pumps on the back of my hand. That's normally enough for me to get full coverage. If you have, you know, longer face or anything like that and you need more, you can certainly do more, but 2 pumps is generally perfect for me. Now the brush that I'm using is again the Sephora Charcoal Collection. This one is the Charcoal Infused Large Foundation Brush. So I like to just get some product on there and just start. I always start at my forehead. I don't know why. I think it's just habit. So I just start at my forehead and literally just get this everywhere. I think this brush really helps blend it out so it looks more natural. But I just kind of go in and just really paint it. Yep, there you go. And you can see it's starting to go on smooth now in the forehead area. Down through the nose, through the cheeks. Yeah, there you go. You can see this going on. It really does apply beautifully. It's really a pretty easy product, I would say, to use. Because I'm not a huge foundation person, never really wore it except for filming and pictures and things like that. So I think this is a pretty easy, pretty beautiful product to use. Yep, you can just see, just go over to get rid of some of those brush lines. Go in through the cheeks. Go in through the cheeks. And then I like to get right up against where I'm putting my makeup on. Oh, I get right up in there. There you go. You can see I put it right up to that waterline, to where I have that liner on. And make sure I get all around it in here. I also like to take my brush at an angle here and go up against where I have my wing. It just helps me, I don't know, I think it just looks more polished that way. Just having kind of that starker line. I kind of just go up from where my liner is up to my brow. Perfect. You'll see that side's done. Get a little bit more product over here and do this side. Do the same thing. You don't want too much product on it to do this part, so I generally just pop a little bit of it off to get in here. There we go. Do the same thing. Right up to that liner and right out to the edges. You see again, I go from the wing out and go from the inner corner sort of up too, because I don't like my makeup to start too far in, and I always get horrible dark circles, so I like to fix those as much as possible. Again, kind of fluffing through here and again up and out. There we go. And you can just see how much cleaner that makes the eyeshadow look. Just helps create more of that stark line there. Perfect. And then just go in and just buffing it just a hair here, just for the camera. There you go. Perfect. So you can see all over, really beautiful, a nice lit from within glow, very radiant, photographs really well, really amazing, amazing, amazing product. You can even see how much it already brightened up my under eye area, which is something that I struggle with, is the dark circles. So next, we'll go in with just a little bit of concealer. This is the Armani Power Fabric Concealer. I use shade 4, another in the Sephora recommendation. And I just do just a teeny bobble under here. If you have any other areas that need concealed, you can certainly use it in other places, but I just use it right under my eyes. And I go in with this little Sephora brush again. It's the charcoal infused angled concealer brush. I just go in and tamp that in. I like to open my mouth really wide while I do this, just to get in all those little wrinkles. All right, there we go. So that's on there. Again, already looking really beautiful, really bright, but I'm just gonna go in with just a tiny hair of the Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Corrector. This color is pink. I've used the pink and the peach. I think I like the peach just a little bit better with my skin tone, but this pink again is really pretty. Just go into on the dark circle area. You don't need too much. I just like to give just a tiny hair brightening in there. And then I'm using that same Sephora concealer brush. Again. Up through there. And I just make sure I get it really good too in that inner corner, because that's where you want to catch the most light. Perfect. So you can see how really bright and juicy that area looks. So that's one of my favorite products that I really struggle with under eye circles. Next, this is my actual probable new favorite product forever and always. I will always keep this in my makeup bag. It is the Rodial Banana Lowlighter. It does come in a different package now too that looks more like a typical concealer tube, but mine came with this packaging, and I love the product so much that I'm just gonna keep using it. This was actually recommended by Lorna Lux. If you follow her, I absolutely love her makeup and beauty tricks. This is so awesome for creating a spotlight effect on the face. So with this one, mine's kind of the little pen, and you can see there's a little bit that's still up from last time that I used it. I must have twisted it too much. So we'll go ahead and start with that. What I do is I do inner corners, just a little triangle type shape there. Inner corner 2 here. A little bit on this high point sort of here in the cheekbone. A little bit there on the high point of the cheekbone. And the goal with this is to create kind of a spotlight in the center of your face. All right, and then you also go down the nose. There we go. And you're really just doing kind of these areas here that are reflecting the light. So you do that, you get some on the chin, little here, little here. Do this Cupid's bow. Perfect. And I'm gonna just pop up just one more. Just get a tiny hair to finish up. But you also wanna create sort of a V here on the forehead, just to really catch all that light. Again, this is a really beautiful look, but we're gonna be blending it out so you don't have to be too perfect with it. For this, I like a little bit of a bigger brush. I use this Morphe brush that came in a brush set. It's a little bigger, a little bit fluffier. Really great for blending this out and blending it into the base that we have on. So you just kind of go in there, just wide strokes, and you can see it already, see how much that highlights the area. So it's really beautiful, really reflects light really well. This is my new favorite trick. Down the nose. You just see how that's really grabbing the light. So it's I love this. It's And she calls it Spotlight. I don't really know. There's probably an actual term for the makeup term for this, but I go with her Spotlight term. You can also put this on the tops of your cheekbones where you're gonna apply your highlighter. I generally don't, because I generally pack on some highlight anyway, so I don't think it really needs the extra pop, but you could also put it there too. You can just see how that's brightening up the skin already. I just want to get on some of those high points up here, just to give it a really natural look. Perfect. And you can see how much brighter my complexion looks, especially right there in that center area. Helps pull the eye. It's a really, really beautiful, beautiful product. Definitely one of my favorites. So next we go in with some bronzer. I use the Hourglass Ambient Luminous Bronze Light. It's a really beautiful color. And then I'm going in with the Morphe E3 brush. You can see that that's a really big, fluffy head, perfect for something like this. So I can just go in, tap off a little bit of product. You don't want too much. And you just do this on the areas where your skin would be sun-kissed. So it also creates a little bit of a contour. So I go through here, under my cheekbones. Under my cheekbones. There we go, there we go. And I also do up here and kind of right in this area, kind of the outside of the forehead, over onto the temples. There we go. You just kind of blend some of that out. There we go. You can see our natural sun-kissed glow that we built now. Really beautiful, easy technique. Next, I love this by Terry hyaluronic powder. It just helps set everything. I think it helps my makeup really last and stay. It just gives it a little bit of a mattifying effect, so it's not too sheeny on camera. So again, just go through. It's a white powder, so I always get some out and then tap some out just so I'm not, pulling a Casper over here. I just blend this over top of everything. And it has some hyaluronic in it, so it does help moisturize your skin and keep it from looking cakey and pressed all day long. So it's a really beautiful powder. Again, being that white color, it's pretty easy to use. Good for all skin tones. Again, just go through a little bit here, just to kind of get rid of anywhere that has too much shine. Perfect. You can see everything looks blended now. Looks good. We still have our bronze, we still have our spotlight. Everything just looks a little bit more cohesive now too. All right, so that's all set. Next, we're gonna go in with some blush. What I'm absolutely loving is the iconic London sheer blush in, I think this is Power Pink. It's really cool because it's a liquid blush. You can always put it on your hand and then put it on if you're still learning, but I've been using this for quite a while. So what I like to do is just do some drops right here on my cheeks. Just do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, kind of working their way up. And then again, start at the same point on this side. That's generally my hardest part, just finding where I started. Right about there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the brush that I'm using now is another one from the Morphe set. It's a stippling brush, so it just helps cake the product in, but then also make it look natural. So you'll see it looks like it's really intense in color, but the color does, really easily blend out and give you a really natural rosy flush. Perfect. I'm gonna go through on the other side, do the same thing here. You can see it blends in seconds, so it's a really beautiful product. Again, to the other side. There we go. You can just see that rosy glow, really buildable. So if you wanted more blush, you could certainly add more, but I don't like too much for camera. Next, we'll go through here with the same brand, the iconic Illuminator. I use shade Original, and I think this is one of my absolute favorite highlighters. I love highlighters, so that's saying a lot. I literally have a drawer full of them, so I've tried almost every brand. So again, this is another liquid. So you do the same thing, but you go a little higher on those cheekbones and you just dabble it up and you dabble it up. And then what I like to do is at the end, use my stippling brush and go down my nose just to give that a little highlight. So again, it's pretty easy. I like to just make sure I avoid some of that under eye area. So as I think it can give you kind of a funny glow and a funny crease. So I just make sure that I stay to the top of the cheekbones here. You can see that blends in really, really beautifully. And then Iconic Beauty, again, this blush trick was one of Lorna Lux's. So thank you, Lorna, for these amazing beauty tricks. Down the nose, just a hair. Cupid's bow, just a hair too. So you can see we have that beautiful, healthy looking highlight on the skin. And if I wasn't doing a full face and I just wanted something easy to throw on and roll, I love the Jeffree Star Cosmetics highlighter, the Skin Frost in Peach Goddess. I absolutely love this product. It's my other favorite highlighter. I just prefer this one when I'm doing a full face, just because it blends in really, really well. But if I was just throwing a little bit of highlight on to go on more of a bare face, I love the Jeffree Star Skin Frost. And you can see here how beautiful that is. Absolutely beautiful. I literally dropped one and cracked it and had one overnighted because that's just one of my workhorse products. And the brush that I use for that kind of highlight is the Morphe M510. You can see it's really, really fluffy, really good at putting that product where you want it. So great brush to keep on hand too. Okay, so next what I'm gonna be doing today, since we're doing a full face, I'm gonna be doing some fake lashes. So we'll go to that next. And I'm using the Moxie Lash Love Kit. So it's really cool because it comes with 3 different sets of lashes, the liner, and I accidentally threw the tweezers, got those babies. It also comes with these to apply the lashes and also brush the lashes. So the kit literally comes with everything that you need and 3 different kind of lashes. So it's really fun. And now this product was actually kind of difficult for me, just getting used to the liner. So I'm gonna go over some of my tricks with you guys. So here's the liner. It's a magnetic liner. So it's really easy, keeps the lashes on, and actually the removal is incredible because normal lash glue will stick and cake and stay on for like 3 or 4 days. This stuff literally with an oil-based remover with the little swabs that they provide comes right off. So I absolutely love that about this product. So I just shake it a little bit. And then my biggest tip is whenever you pull it out, I normally wet the brush on the side. You don't want to do that. Just because what that does, it doesn't give you enough product. The lashes won't stick properly. So resist the urge to wipe the ends. My other trick is start out to in. Normally I do liner in to out, but with this one, I like to do out to in because it puts a lot of that magnet on the outer corner where I always have a hard time getting my lashes to stick and stay. So again, we just go through here. Perfect. And start in this outer corner. And just go slow and drag it across. Okay, I think I got that on. I'm gonna look at my close-up mirror. That was probably the hardest part to apply in this kind of a mirror. All right, I got it on. Let me fix the inner corner, just a hair here. And I got a little bit up and in, so I'll have to fix that and comb out my lashes to get some of this glue out of my lashes. So I'm gonna do that now. Just comb out these lashes some. There we go. And I'm gonna end up fixing that inner corner pretty easily just with a Q-tip and a little bit of remover just to get rid of that little spot. So let me grab some remover here. Again, this liner is definitely something that you have to work with and get used to, and it's really hard to film on camera. So I might do the other side off camera just so that I can streamline this a little bit. All right, see that little guy there? Just put a little bit of remover on a Q-tip. And we'll just go and dab it out. Perfect. And that's why you keep your eye palette handy, because once we get that off, You can go through with just a little more of that crave. And just fix that right there. There we go, all patched up. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye, but I'm gonna use that in my little close-up mirror just to streamline this a little bit so you're not just watching me keep putting liner on. And again, I start from the outer corner and go in. And resist the urge to wipe the brush. All right, and that's much easier, much quicker to do off camera. And then sometimes whenever I pull my eyes, I get a little bit of smudging. So I'm just kind of fix some of my smudged edges here. Perfect. And then this liner does take about 2 minutes to dry. So we're just gonna leave that and let it do its thing. Give that 2 minutes to dry. So what I'm gonna do next while that's drying, you can see I make a little bit of a mess whenever I do that. So I always wash my hands at the end. While that's drying, I'm gonna go through and just do what a normal lash would look like. But again, it doesn't have to be too perfect for putting the falsies over top, but just so you can see what I normally use to do my lashes. So I love the Marc Jacobs Velvet Primer. It only comes in one color because it's a primer. And you just go in, I just go at the base and just lift up. Just get it really good and in there. Just squiggle that brush in. Perfect. And we go on the other side. And same thing here. Perfect. So we got our lash primer on. We got our glue on. So that's all set. Next, I really love the by Terry mascara. It's my new favorite mascara, and anyone that knows me knows I'm such a mascara snob. It takes me forever to find something that I love, but this is my new favorite mascara. So it is the Lash Expert Twist Brush. So what's really cool is that you put it on one for lengthening, and you twist the top to 2, and it changes the brush to do volumizing. So it's a really cool product. It's kind of like 2 mascaras in one, and I have the color Master Black. So again, you open it, and you can see first brush, really straight. So it's good to go in there, especially when we got that lash glue on. It helps break up some of those clumpies I got on there. Go in and fluff up, fluff up. Perfect. And then I always dip between eyes, so I like a lot of mascara. And same thing here. Fluff up. Perfect. And now I'll change the brush to the volumizing brush. So I like to dip it back in, switch the brush to 2, and you can see the brush becomes this more coiled shape now. And what that does is helps volumize the lashes. So I just go in, and pull it through, and go to the other eye. And what I like to do is kind of wiggle it in the base and get a really good deposit of product. Perfect. And then mascara can go up. You can see really long, really thick, really beautiful lashes. So this By Terry mascara is awesome. I'm not using these ones today, but these are other mascaras that I really like. Since I'm doing falsies, I just kind of do one coat just to help make them look a little bit more organized. But I like the Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes mascara. Really beautiful, has a really chunky brush. If I can get it open and show you. Yeah, like a really fat, chunky brush. Really beautiful lashes. Really, really great dark pigment. And I also really like the Too Faced Damn Girl mascara. Same thing, it's that really chunky, thick brush, but with that dip in the center. So 2 other really amazing mascaras. Generally, I'll layer them if I'm just doing mascara, but since I'm doing some falsies, don't want to do too much to my lashes. What I'm going to do next is my brows. Just let that dry for just another minute or so, let the mascara dry as well. And then I'm just using a spoolie. I have a ton of them from whenever I used to get my lashes, my lash extensions done. So I have a bunch of spoolies. You can buy them pretty cheap, pretty much anywhere. So I just use a spoolie and just go through and just kind of comb. I like to flick mine out just to give them a little bit more dimension. You can see how much that's changed the shape of them. So we'll do the same thing on this side. Just kind of go through and flick them up and out just to give them some shape. There we go. So you can see we got that really pretty arch, that kind of fluffy front here. Already fixed the shape some. And then what I'm using today is the Hourglass Arch Brow product. I've bought this product recently. It's not my absolute favorite. I just ordered the, the Anastasia Brow Wiz pen. So I just ordered that to try next. So I'll be back with some reviews, some different things there. I also ordered the Barbara Sturm Glow Drops to try as a primer. So something else I'm trying, I'll link those as well below and can be posted with what I think. But this is the Arch Brow. The color I'm using is Warm Brunette. And then I just go through, the brush has 2 different sides, more of a coarse side, more of a fluffier side. I like to use the fluffy side and just kind of flick it up and out and follow that shape I already created with the spoolie. And that just helps fill in some of the patchier areas, give me just a little bit more brow definition. I don't like to do too much to my brows, again, fluffy side, because they're already dark and already have a decent shape, but I do like to just fill them in and keep everything sort of even there. So go through the outer edge. Okay, so you can see, kind of just helps even them out and give us a good shape if this one wants to cooperate out here. There we go. There we go. That looks good now. Fix that little part in there. There we go. Perfect. So we got the fluffy brows on, but not too fluffy. I can't pull off that runway fluffy look. So we got the brows on. That looks good. Got everything else on. So let's go ahead. I think everything's dried long enough. So let's pop the lashes on. The ones that I like to use are the middle ones in this set. I think they just, give me a good natural look, natural lift without being too much. And then also what you can tell on here, the fluffy side, that the way they go in here, it's really easy because I just magnet back on. That side's the outer corner. So this one will go on my right eye. So you want the long side on the outer corner. And what I generally do is grab them by hand and then go through with these. You have to be careful not to grab them too close just because they are magnetic. And what's really great about them is that they're reusable. So I've already used these ones once. But you just go and you just kind of close your eye here and just line up where you want it. Then you'll kind of feel the magnets just kind of start taking hold. And there you go, just like that. That one is on. I'm just gonna check in my close-up mirror, make sure everything's sticking where I want it. I didn't go on quite far enough back. So I'm gonna do it one more time. Again, you just kind of hold it there until the magnets start to stick. Perfect. Outer corner's on. Inner corner. There we go. Inner corner sticking to now. So I actually put it a little too far out, so I have to start over again. So I misjudged where my eye ended. So let's go in again here. So just warning you all, these take a lot of practice. I do a little better job with the Sephora House of Lash Real regular lashes. I think those are the easiest for me. But I'm getting used to these. This is only the second time I've applied these. So still not quite a perfectionist with them. There we go. But you can see they're on now. Just gotta tuck down that inner corner a little better. Get that guy to stay, but you can see they're really fluffy looking. So a really fun product, and it's nice because you get a lot of uses out of them. It's not quite as one and done as most other strip lashes are, so I really like that about them. And there we go. Perfect, just got that inner corner down. So really beautiful, really fluffy, really fanned, really fun. So let's go ahead and do the other side. So we'll do the same thing. Grab it here, and you start that outer corner. There we go, and you can just kind of feel it start taking hold. You just go around and just press all the little parts down. There we go. I might have started too far in this time, so let me take a look here. Yep, I'm gonna pull it just out just a little bit. That's the beauty of repositioning these versus strip lashes, is you can just kind of tug them and move them because it's just attached to those magnets. So it's really easy to get them to go where you want them. And good and good. So you can see how fluffy they look, how bold they look. I love this pair. I think it creates a really beautiful shape, really fun. Biggest thing is start with that liner in that outer corner and then kind of work in, just because I feel like my outer corners don't like to stay as much. So you can see they look even, they look really fluffy, really beautiful, kind of pull this whole look together. So as you can tell, we are almost done with our tutorial, so I thank you for your patience and being with me for now 46 minutes. Last, we will go to some lippies. I love the Kylie Cosmetics sets. They last really well, they stay really well, they're beautiful colors, so I love the Kylie lip sets. Today I'm using Bare. It's my favorite natural kind of look. Stays really great through wine tastings and wine pairings and things like that. So I start with the liner. Good. Just fill in a little bit. And again, I do like her velvet sets better than the matte. I find the matte to be a little bit drying. But the velvet sets are really pretty, really nourishing for the lips, really easy to wear all day. Stay through a whole day of wine tasting, so I give that a 10. Next, you go through here, just get it on. This stuff also smells really good. And being a nude, it takes like no time to put on because it's, you know, not a dense color, nothing too crazy, really easy to just kind of throw on and roll. So again, that's Kylie Cosmetics Velvet in Bare. So we got that on. You can see because it's just a little bit of definition, a little bit more of a finished look. And then I like the Marc Jacobs lip gloss. This is Sugar Sugar in the Enamored In Shine Lip Lacquer. So I just like to do a bee stung look in the center. That was a trick that my mom actually taught me whenever I first started doing makeup. So I just put a little here in the middle, blend it. You can see that just kind of helps highlight your lips right in the middle. Kind of the same thing we did with that spotlight effect. Pull some of the light to the center of your face. So as you can see, everything looks really amazing, really pretty, really easy whenever you're doing this and not talking. Pretty easy to put on yourself and get that full face that still looks a little bit of a natural glamour aside from the lashes. With regular mascara, it would look a little bit more natural, but obviously an enhanced kind of natural. I guess the skin's natural with an eye look. How about that? I think that's a happy medium. And then to finish everything off, I really love the Lumify eye drops. This just helps make your eyes look really, really bright white and shiny, helps against any red, especially if you have product falling in or your lashes are irritating you or anything like that. So I always finish my looks with just one drop in each eye of this. Maybe that's an eye doctor trade trick, but I think that just helps keep my eyes really bright and white and helps them look really open, really youthful. So otherwise, I think that's everything. I think that's how I've done this full face, this full look. I hope you had a lot of fun following along. I'm going to link all the products below. I'll also link people I've watched their tutorials so you can get another person's point of view on all these products too. I'll also do any discount codes that I have, and yeah. So everything should be linked below for you guys. It should make it really easy to follow along to get the products and bring them into your own house. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Any other looks or makeup tricks or skincare hacks or anything like that that you want to see, just leave below, and I'm happy to continue working with you guys. This was really fun to film. So I hope you guys enjoy, and it should take you a little less time at home to create this look. I just really enjoy talking about products if you can't tell. So leave anything you want to see below. And otherwise, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and you enjoy playing around with some makeup and spending some quarantine creating a fun new glam look. So bye for now, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.